Don't try what we do at home.
Because we're experienced professionals and we know what we're doing.
And we're also really, really dumb. Everyone, I'm professional photographer Ian Plant, and I have come to Death Valley National Park in California and teamed up with my good friend Joseph Roybal. And we have heavy winds building over the next few days, so we're going to focus our energies on Death Valley's amazing dune fields. These winds are going to make the dunes look incredible. So we've got our fingers crossed. We're hoping the winds will continue to whip up because we want to make photographs in a sandstorm. 2 photographers, 45 miles per hour. One mission, to get the shot no matter what, in a freaking sandstorm! Man, this is insane. Winds must be blowing like 30 or 40 miles an hour. There's just dust and sand everywhere in the air, and we are not even at the dunes yet. We're still 15, 20 miles away from the dunes.
Man, you're only probably 20, 30 feet ahead of me and murky. I mean, you can't see really anything around us. Nothing. I can't see a thing.
Oh man, this is just crazy. This is so crazy. I can't wait to get out there. Not only do we have the wind and the blowing sand, but we've got these epic storm clouds all around us.
Every time I think of sand dunes in Death Valley, these are the conditions that I honestly dream about. I can't wait to get into this sandstorm and just get engulfed by it.
Man, if we go out there like this, we are going to die.
Maybe this is why they call it Death Valley?
This is literally going to kill us. Oh my God. Hey Joseph, man, we are here at the sand dunes, and oh my God, there is sand going up hundreds, if not thousands of feet into the air. This is awesome.
Dude, look at that sand just kicking up off the dunes. It's just wisping, just waves of it.
Behind me is a towering pillar of sand stretching hundreds, if not thousands of feet into the sky, whipped up by these wickedly ferocious winds that we have today. And this is just going to make these sand dunes look awesome. They are going to be scoured clean. No footprints from all the hundreds of tourists that have been going in there. And there's going to be these awesome wind-blown features like deep ripples, and there'll be sand blowing in the air, backlit by the setting sun. This is going to be incredible photography conditions, but it's also going to be extremely challenging because we are going into the heart of the sandstorm. This is freaking insane!
The light, everything is awesome, except the wind is just still a little too strong.
Yeah, it's blowing like 30, 40 miles per hour. We can't see a thing, but I think this is supposed to die down soon. And when it does, we're going to be ready because it is awesome out here. The sand looks incredible.
It's amazing. Just being out here is so great, but it's so windy.
The wind is beginning to die down. It may not seem like it is, but it is getting less. So the light is getting good. The wind is still perfect. The sand is blowing everywhere. It's go time.
The wind is howling. The sand is flying. We have clouds. We have everything we have been looking for all week long. I'm going to keep shooting, but this has been so much fun.
This wind is whipping like crazy, and it's amazing. All the sand is just blowing across these dunes. And I'm getting mouthfuls of sand right now, but it's worth it. It's just beautiful. I've got a telephoto shot right now using Tamron 70 to 180, and I'm zoomed in as tight as I can to get some of these distant dunes that are being lit beautifully by the sun as it's going down, with all of this blowing sand just blowing across the entire scene. I've got this progression of sand dunes going from near to far, deeper and deeper into the scene, and finally one big peak in the background with just tons of sand blowing over it. This is incredible. I'm having the time of my life. This is so much fun. I just love being out here in this weather. And right now the sun is playing hide and seek. There's some storm clouds that have built up, and the sun will pop behind a cloud for a while, and the landscape will be bathed in this soft, glowing light, and then it'll come out and it'll be this warm golden light. But either way, there's this flowing sand over everything. This is so incredible. People always ask me if it's okay to change lenses in blowing sand, and I say, yeah, you can, but you just gotta be careful. Try to keep your open camera away from the direction of the blowing sand. So you can see I've got my camera, it is turned away, so the wind's blowing this way. So when I take off the lens, the camera opening isn't exposed to the wind. And often what I'll do is I'll put the camera under a jacket while I'm changing the lens, but just do the best you can to keep the camera and the lens covered while changing it, and you should be fine. The wind is beginning to die down a bit as we're getting closer to sunset, and now we've got this massive cloud that's covering the western sky. So it may be that the best shots were when we first got out here, when all that sand was blowing and it was nicely backlit. So even if we don't get any more shots tonight, I'm still super happy with what I've got. This has just been an incredible time out here in the dunes. What a great experience. This is what landscape photography is all about. It's just getting out there and finding your joy, finding your happy place, and having a whale of a good time. So even if you don't make great photos, and of course it's always better when you do, but if you don't, it really doesn't matter. It's about coming out here and just experiencing the awe and majesty of nature. I love this lifestyle. That is a wall of pain coming right at us. We are about to get engulfed by the sandstorm. Whoa!
I can't even open my eyes right now, and I am completely covered. I am eating so much sand. It is everywhere. I am going to be getting sand out of everything for days, including my camera gear. This wind and these clouds look incredible. The sun is about ready to come out from behind these storm clouds, and this is going to look awesome.
The wind was just howling, and then all of a sudden, as if someone turned off a light switch, the wind just stopped and it went completely still. Nature is so weird.
The wind has been absolutely howling. It just stopped, just like a light switch. It has been just absolutely cranking. The sand has been flying. We've had backlit scenes here. It has been everything we have been hoping for all week long. I have a composition here. I'm kind of just waiting for the sun to come back out. With any luck, the wind will come back, but in any case, this has been so much fun. I have just been having a blast with these lines and the light and just the curves, these real deep ripples today, in the landscape. The wind has just cleaned all the footprints up. It's like we're the first people out here ever. It is incredible. So I'm so excited to see how these images turn out and just to shoot sunset a little bit later. So what I was going for up on this ridge was this really nice curve leading right into the sun. I'm really excited to see how this came out. The wind was up here kicking, and I really hiked up to the highest dune I could really find. I always like to go high. That was just epic, so fingers crossed.
The wind and the light have both come back, so it is on. What I really wanted to get was a shot that was facing into the sun. I wanted to incorporate the sun as a point of interest in the background and get it right as it was on the edge of the horizon and get that sun star effect. So I stopped down to f/16. I went vertical with my wide angle lens. I had some ripples that were leading from the foreground to the background, and they were catching that last light of the setting sun. So they're glowing with a golden color. And I had Joseph up on a dune on the left side of the picture. So I think everything came together really nicely. I'm excited to see how that shot came out.
So I'm sitting here and I have just seen this light shooting across the landscape. I decided to do a time lapse, and I am using Tamron's 28-200. I absolutely love this lens, and it is so small and compact. It's awesome. But this scene was incredible. Just that sandstorm blowing through was one of the most epic ones I've ever been in.
Well, we did what we set out to accomplish, which was to photograph this dune field in a wicked sandstorm, and that storm threw everything it had at us. But we fought through, we made some great dune photos, we kicked some sand dune butt! Oh my God, so much sand in my ears! Ah! Never gonna get this out.